3rd of Adar, Chaf Gimel Adar, marks the Hilula of a really great rabbi. His name was Rabbi Menachem Siriro Z'tl. He was actually born in English year 1628 and passed away in 1701, right at the start of the 18th century, to be precise, on the 23rd of Adar. He became a great Posek Halacha, a rabbi that will render different Jewish laws, decisions. He'll be a Diyan, a judge. He'll become a Rosh Yeshiva, and let's say the leader of a great congregation in Fez, in Morocco, respectively. And this was a very, very phenomenal position. Let's explore a few of the highlights of the great rabbi's life. Now, he actually came from great rabbinic heritage. His father's name was Rav David Siriro, and I think he happened to be the 4th generation, if I'm not mistaken, of Rav Shaul Shmuel Siriro. Now, the great rabbi we've spoken about on various occasions before. He happened to be the head rabbi of Fez in his day, and a Rosh Yeshiva of, let's say, the main yeshiva inside that city, which was a phenomenal position, especially at that point in time. I think Kamodi, tough tet above, he would be appointed, if I'm not mistaken, let's just say a sofer in the Bet Din, a scribe inside the Bet Din, the great Bet Din of Rav Sadia ibn Danan. This was a Bet Din that comprised of many great rabbis, including also Rabbi Emmanuel Siriro and Rabbi Yehuda bar Yosef Uziel. This was a very, very great position. Taf Lamed Zayin, I believe the next year he'll be appointed to be Diyan now, a judge over there, and he would have the signature in of itself on the various different takanot, enactments on the city, if I'm not mistaken. Then I think after the passing of Rabbi Yehuda Uziel, I think this was in the year Taf Mem Tet, he would. And Rabbi Vidal Tzarfati, another great rabbi we've spoken before, Rabbi Vidal happened to also be a, let's say, Morat Tzedek in the city of Fez, and very much part of this Bet Din. Him and Rav Tzarfati, they will become, let's say, the rabbis that will steer the city in of itself. These were, let's just say, in great jobs, involved a lot of work. They would be considered the judges of the city, the leaders of the city, and they will be joined by another great rabbi, another person that we've spoken about on various occasions before. Harav, I believe his name was actually Rav Maimon Af La'alo, happened to be another great rabbi. Okay, and then afterwards, I think inside the Bet Din, it will be joined by Rabbi Yehuda bin Atar and Rabbi Shmuel Hatzarfati. This Bet Din will come about in order to make different enactments over there, different subjects, and to give rulings within regards to steer in the correct direction the great rabbis of Morocco. And remember, at that point in time, there was many, many great rabbis inside Morocco in of itself. And it would amend also regulations and conferred on halacha. They would, speak and realm their halacha based on teachings of Rabbi Yitzchak Lelua, if I'm not mistaken. He happened to be a rabbi of Marrakesh, and Rabbi Moshe ben Hamul, who happened to be the rabbi of Safra. Very much their halachot would be central within regards to their decision making. He would have great students inside his yeshiva, including Rabbi Yehuda ben Atar and Rabbi Yaakov ibn Tzur, another great rabbi I've spoken about before, and Rav Shmuel ibn Danan, I think maybe the 4th, if I'm not mistaken. Just going back to the previous, Rabbi Yaakov ibn Tzur was a rabbi arbitrator, a great Kabbalist, and he was the head of the Jewish court. Let's just say in Fez, respectively, he will become one of the greatest sages in Fez, especially of his era. It's actually interesting, the different rules that he saw. He would actually document, I think, on various different books or manuscript, about what the people were doing at that point in time. What, let's say, where did they excel in halacha? What weaknesses could there have been? Now, I believe he was buried in Fez. He passed away, and his student Rabbi Yaakov ibn Tzur would actually write various laments about him, let's say commemorating him, remembering him, the great rabbi in of itself. Now, what was his books? He wrote different Torah colossal works, including Rabbi Menachem, which is Chidushim al Amikre. This was, I think, printed in the Chanoch Lena'ar, if I'm not mistaken. Then there was Drashot sermons in of itself. I'm not sure the exact date it was released. Then the Tshuvot of Paskim. This was, let's say, a scattering with regards to the book of the Chachmei Morocco, which came in the Shut, Shelot and Shuvot of Mishpat, Zadaka Yaakov. And then there was Agaot ala Shulchan Aruch. This was a great rabbis of Morocco would mention, quote, inside the Hagaot of the Sifrei Hem, which is very interesting. And I'm not too sure when that actually was published in of itself, but he was definitely one of the great rabbis of Fez of his time. He passed away in the year 1701. We're talking about nearly 325 years ago, here from the time of recording here in 2025. And we've already covered inside this series possibly as many as maybe 150 rabbis from Morocco, which is absolutely phenomenal, friends. Over here, it just shows what a great community we actually happen to be, learning every single day, the great rabbis we've been able to achieve at especially this great point in time. So please don't forget to light candles in his memory. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We are nearing now 6,200 members we are close to, which is absolutely phenomenal. Please, everyone, we're a community. Like the video, share the videos, and take care and have a great day.